eBay buyers can get on your nerves sometimes, can't they? I sold a pair of trainers a few days ago. Good condition, nice pair of pink Nike, I think they were. They'd been on my shop for a long time, and this is the annoying thing because the buyer got them and opened a return. Just didn't like it. I mean, I suppose that is it's their prerogative to do that, but it's still quite annoying. In some cases, I will contact the buyer and sort of say, look, come on, let's come to an arrangement. But it does depend on how long it's been on my store. So with that one, I said, how about a partial, very small amount, really just to make sure that I don't have to pay the return postage, normally less than the return postage, and then go through the whole process again of trying to sell it. So we'll see how that one goes. If it had been something good, I'd have said, no, return it, you know. Anyway, I have had some sales, and I'm just about to go and collect everything. I've got the official post-it note with everything written on it. I've probably got about a dozen items, but a few of them are here. So the first one is, it's a little battery case for a Sony thing, but you can put normal batteries in it, so you don't have to rely on having the camcorder battery. So you can stick, I think it's like 6 AA batteries in there. That went for $14.29. I think that was bought with, it would have been bought with the video camera that possibly didn't work, or just split out as a bundle. Something else that doesn't work is 10. See, these haven't even been put on the shelves, listed and gone. 10 Wii controllers. And they sold for 25 quid, which is pretty good sale, I think, just to get rid of them. They haven't got battery covers. I normally keep the battery covers should I get a controller with a battery cover. They went on for 30, so I took an offer on that. Happy with that one. Nice little save here, PS2, again pretty standard. 2 games, complete setup with 1 controller. It was on for 65. I think I got an offer for 55, which when I checked out, I think I was having a look at someone else's store that I know, and they had a PS2 with 3 games, and it was 50 quid. So I thought, oh, you know, maybe should bite their hand off, offering me 55. 55 was a good price, really. Happy to get them gone at that. I'll be picking those up again for, you know, a tenner or something like that on the boot fair season. So that one's gone as well. Right, I've got to go down and hunt the shelves for all the other lot. So come with me, let's see if we can find everything. Okay, I've had someone buy 3 things, which is pretty handy. Especially one of them was free postage as well. So, yeah, they bought 6 N64 games. They sold for $28.99. They were with free post. So obviously it'll all go in one box. So there's a little bit of saving on the postage there. There we go. Found them quite easily. And he's also bought a Galaxy Invader, which is through here, delving through into the shelves. This does come on, but it's sold as spares and repairs because the fire button didn't work. It hasn't got the battery cover. I had to make one of the battery terminals. I had to cut a little bit of metal and fold it in. He's also bought a mini Pac-Man game, a Grandstand mini Pac-Man game, which again is sold as spares and repairs. The Galaxy Invader and the Pac-Man, both, he put them on the one order. They were $44.49, and the N64 games, really rubbish games, you know, fodder, $28.99. So really good order there, all in total. I've got to find the Pac-Man. Bit worried that's not here. That has been kicking around, but you know, I'll find that, and that'll be that order all done. Okay, next up I've got this Olympus quick flash camera. I put untested. I don't know whether I tested it and it wasn't working or spares and repairs, but it only went for $6.99, which is, you know, for cameras it's pretty cheap really. Normally if I pick up a compact camera, I'm hoping I can bank on at least 15 quid. So obviously that has been kicking around. I would have only paid hopefully a couple of quid for it. I don't know what impressed me about it. Maybe the fact it had Zuko written on the lens, but just didn't go. So you know, maybe someone has bought that as a prop, or someone is going to try and work it and fix it. But yeah, nice little camera, but just didn't get the price. Okay, next up is in here. Hopefully it's a Lord of the Rings figure. It's this. I've got to make sure I've got everything here. I think it's the Witch of Angmar or the Witch King or something like that. He's new in packet, but these packets just sort of like come apart. They're pretty rubbish. The rest of this stuff is a whole load of Warhammer stuff that I bought. This was absolutely packed with Warhammer. Quite nicely painted, some of it. Pretty good. And I think this is all, it's either 1 or 2 listings that is left. But there is quite a high price on this. I think for one listing it's like 40 quid. It would have started at sort of 50 or 60. But that will go again. That's slowly coming down, probably by about 3 or 4 quid every month, and it will hit its price point. Here's a couple of things I wouldn't particularly recommend on picking up. It's the anti-bolo. The Wasgage, I went through a whole phase of getting loads and loads of Wasgages. Probably 4 years ago. If I could get them for 50p or get them in a bundle, I was getting them. And I was quite fortunate because lockdown happened soon after and people went a little bit mad on puzzles. But this one was one of the ones that didn't sell. I did put a lot on Amazon as well. So quite a few sold on Amazon, but that's only got gone for a £5, I think. So it really is clearance stuff. And this Disney is Simpsons Seen It. Again, Seen It's something I would always pick up quite a bit. And you'd think that Simpsons one would be, Simpsons fans would go for it. But not a lot of call for that, really. I think it went for £7.49. Again, I would have picked it up for £1 or £2, something like that. But and we played it as well. It's an absolutely terrible game. Some of the questions are just like so hard. It's not exactly a fun game to play. It's all about who directed this episode in the 4th series, So I wouldn't recommend playing it, and I wouldn't recommend selling it either. I would have mentioned these trains on a recent video. I listed 6 trains in 2 listings, 2 lots of 3. The other lot sold for 15 quid. They weren't quite as good a make. These have gone, they were put on for 30 and have sold for 24. So it's £8 each. Glad that they've all gone in one. I did try and sell them individually when I first got them. I probably put them on for, I don't know, 12 to £15, something like that. But gone all together, one lot of postage, £8 each, 24 in total, with the postage on top. Glad that they've gone as well. Bit of a weird one, really. You kind of might look at this and think, what a load of junk, and I probably did as well. But it was at the bottom of a bag of a bundle of games and toys that I got, and it's just a load of old vintage McDonald's memorabilia from, it would be from the 80s. I sort of recognise, I think I remember those pens. That's a sort of cycle horn, and you've got a mirror there as well. So again, people collect this stuff, but it doesn't fly out the store by any means, and hasn't gone for that much money. £7.29 plus postage. But for something that was just at the bottom of a bag, with a whole load of other stuff that has already sold, just happy to get it gone and get a little bit of money for it. Did miss another game that has sold, which is this WrestleMania on the Mega Drive or Genesis. This is quite a good one to look out for. Must be the, wrestling nuts that really go for it. Quite popular. I was never into that sort of thing. I suppose I was a bit old at the time, but that has gone for just over 20 quid, £20.51. So again, I think I would have started it around between 25 and 30, something like that, and just slowly reduced the price. I was getting offers on it almost every week, but it was a bit far away from my price point. But like I say, I bring my price point down every month, and it's hit the right price, and it is gone. So I managed to find my Munchman. It was just in a box waiting to be sort of put on the shelf, so that's quite good. So yeah, nice couple of boxes of sales there, and none of it has to go today. So I've got all weekend to pack that. I might get it done today, have a little bit of a tidy up, and feel like I'm ready to go for next week, all organised, which will be a bit of a rarity. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. We're just sitting around waiting for the rain to stop. It's another grey day out there. It's all drizzly and horrible, but I think it is due to brighten up a bit later. So I'm going to be packing. I'm going to be doing a little bit of tidying up, hoping to get myself organised for the week ahead and a nice clear weekend. Hopefully, there'll be hundreds of sales at the weekend, and I'll be really busy on Monday. But I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you've sold recently. Always interested to hear what people are selling and what problems people are having with buyers on eBay. There's always trouble, aren't they? Anyway, I'll catch you for the next one. Take it easy.